Okay, we're live. We know the drill. So I am reacting to match week 12 of the Premier League. A few upsets, a few that's caused managers such as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to be sacked, and some top-notch, brilliant performances and some goals involved as well. So let's see what this week has brought us really from all 10 games. Obviously, I've watched 3 of them live. Leicester, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man City, Everton on this stream. I watched Tottenham Leeds afterwards, but I was just enjoying the match. Yeah, this was yesterday, of course. But yeah, we're going to watch all 10 matches. 3 new managers, of course. Gerrard at Villa, Dean Smith at Norwich, Eddie Howe at Newcastle, and now we're waiting for a new manager at Manchester United. And here we go. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's final game as Manchester United manager at Vicarage Road facing Watford.
Can he end his club's record 21 top-flight match from that one against his old side who have to hit the resumption running?
Watford. Foster, Messina, Femenia, Cathcart, Nkolo, Cleverley, Loser, Sissoko, Sarr, Dennis, King.
And Cleverley is their third change coming in against his old club. Cristiano Ronaldo on the back of the
Manchester United, De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Shaw, Maguire, Lindelof, Matic, McTominay, Fernandes, Sancho, Rashford and Ronaldo. Van der Beek once again on the bench. Fred's finally been dropped to the bench.
Shaw and McTominay last fit the club. They both had to withdraw from international duty. The whistle of Jonathan Moss, the referee, the players of Watford, Manchester United, the match officials and team officials take the knee to applause from everyone at Vicarage Road. Shaw.
It's Luke Shaw's throw-in for Manchester United as Fernandes completely gives it away. I mean, seriously, what was that? What was that from Bruno Fernandes? Look at that. And then it was clumsy from McTominay. Yeah, that's a penalty. That is a penalty. What the hell was Bruno doing? That was a dreadful start for Manchester United. There's no debate that was a dreadful start for Manchester United. Watford's penalty. Oh, De Gea does save it, but it's the rebound. It's the rebound. The rebound from Kiko Femenia, and in 8 minutes gone, Watford take the lead. Oh, mind you, this is the penalty that they had to retake, wasn't it?
There's a Manchester United player in the box as well. Wan-Bissaka's in the penalty, and this might yet be retaken. VAR have just realised there's been a double encroachment by Manchester United players, Lindelof and Wan-Bissaka, and the penalty will be retaken.
Wow. Poor Watford. Here's Ismaila Sarr once more.
It was a feeble first effort.
Oh, this time De Gea fully saved it. And this time Watford didn't get the rebound.
He had so many years without making a penalty save. He's made 2 in a matter of moments here from the same penalty decision. Should the same player have taken the penalty?
Went straight to De Gea's hand.
Astonishing.
Here's Femenia. Wan-Bissaka tries to header it away. But here comes Watford once more. It's a goal by Josh King. 1-0 to Watford already, immediately after the penalty. Josh King scores for the 5th time against Manchester United. Most of his goals, of course, being for Bournemouth against Manchester United. But Josh King's given Watford the lead. Well played by Emmanuel Dennis. Into Josh King. 1-0 to Watford.
Taken here by Dennis. Very progressive. King having a look back to Dennis. Very good.
Emmanuel Dennis. Taking on Lindelof.
Cena with the cross.
King's header, De Gea save. And then another shot, this time from Sissoko.
Good cross. Where's the marking? Oh, should have scored. Should have held it the keeper. Should have hit the target. Sissoko. It's nearly.
Femenia, now cleverly surrounded by Matic. Sancho tried to win the ball for United. Here's Femenia. Ismail Assar. Wonderful finish. 2-0 Watford. Fully deserved. United have been shocking that entire first half. Ismail Assar has scored 5 goals in 12 Premier League games. United was shocking that whole first half. From start to finish.
And cleverly combined well. Deserved the fortune, the deflection of Sanchez.
And it's none other than Watford deserve. Fully deserved to be 2-0 up. And things couldn't get any worse for Manchester United. Wonderful finish by Ismail Assar.
Sar's 5th of the season.
Worried eyes from Ollie himself. As Van der Beek and Martial come on for McTominay and Rashford. Here's Jadon Sancho. Tries to cross it in. Header and then Van der Beek. United get one back. Donny Van der Beek scores his 2nd Premier League goal, assisted by Cristiano Ronaldo.
Because of decisions made by that man in the dressing room. He's got this energy box to box Van der Beek to get up and support. Martial was cool and measured. Sancho, good cross, Ronaldo.
What an assist from Ronaldo. Just a small header and then to get it to Donny van der Beek. Oh, I have to pause. Sorry, I shouldn't be pausing, but I know why. Hello? All right, are you outside? David Moxon. David Moxon. What? Yeah, it's the one opposite Kimber. Where are you at the moment? Yeah, it is. Right, okay, I'll come and find you. No, honestly, no. Kimber's opposite David Moxon anyway. But where are you parked? Are you by the barriers by any chance? Yeah, no, yeah. Come, go to there. Go to there. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Thank you. All right, thank you. No worries. Cool. We'll play on for a bit. I've ordered a Pizza Hut. I've had a bad day. Anyway, Sancho. Here's Jadon Sancho. Oh, not far off. I mean, that makes up for Bruno Fernandes for after the horror he showed at the start of this game.
It was a lovely run by him, and he was well picked up.
Here's Ismail Assar. Yellow card surely for Harry Maguire.
This is being VAR checked for a penalty. It's a yellow card for Maguire. I think it's outside the box. He's holding on there.
Yeah, it is. It's a yellow card, 100%. Trusticon and Hernandez comes on for Nkulu and Ismail Assar, and that's a second yellow. He's off. Maguire's off. Surely Maguire's off. Yeah. Yeah, Harry Maguire has been sent off, and I don't want to sound like a douche or anything, but I'm sorry. This day had to be coming. This red card fully deserved. I know it's fully deserved anyway because he got a yellow card and a second yellow for a red. But him getting a red anyway, fully deserved. He should have had one against Chelsea 2 seasons ago at Stamford Bridge and got away with murder thanks to Anthony Taylor. No surprise there. But yeah, finally Maguire's been sent off.
Look at the manager's face.
Ollie's face just says it all. It's just this game has just gone from bad to worse for Manchester United. I mean, I don't know why Cleverly stayed down though, because there's nothing wrong with him, and he knows Maguire's already on a yellow anyway. João Pedro comes on for loser. Or Lauser, I think it's pronounced Lauser. Here's Ronaldo. Van der Beek. Here's Bruno Fernandes. It goes over. He has had a frustrating ass day, Bruno Fernandes. The dribble from Ronaldo. Van der Beek couldn't get to it, and then Fernandes hits it well over.
A significant result for both these sides. It will certainly give Watford belief.
Emmanuel Dennis, Dallo and Lingard come on for Shaw and Sancho. Here's João Pedro. De Gea saves it. And then cleared by Bruno Fernandes. What's Bruno Fernandes doing at the back? João Pedro, and it does go in this time from João Pedro. João Pedro makes it 3-1 at stoppage time, and that's surely won the game for Watford fully, all 3 points. Misery, misery, miserable Manchester United. That's all I can sum that up. You can tell the players don't want to play for Ollie. You can tell the players don't want to play for him anymore and want a different manager. Foster's goal kick. Oh my God, it could be another one. It is another one. Emmanuel Dennis right at the end. This has been a thoroughly deserved performance for Watford. Thoroughly deserved from Emmanuel Dennis, thoroughly deserved for Watford. United shocking from start to finish, that whole game. Yeah, no, they have. They have been shocking. They were awful against Liverpool and then amazing against Manchester United. And Ollie's face says it all. In fact, that sums up the whole day. That sums up the whole day's Ollie being misery. Full time, Watford 4, Manchester United 1.
The first half was probably that is the word we played. It's hard for me to explain why we played the way we did and we allowed them to get in our box from nothing. Claudia, how are you feeling? I can see you're trying to suppress that smile.
I am honestly, I am very, very happy and satisfied with our performance. Of course, for the 3 points, but also for the performance of the players. The first half was amazing.
It was embarrassing for me, to be honest. The way we played today, the first half it was very, very poor. We could concede 4 goals just in 45 minutes. So that's not acceptable, I think, for this club, for the level of the players that we have. At the moment, we are in a very difficult situation. We don't know what to do with the ball. We don't know how to defend properly. We are conceding a lot of goals. So, yeah, it's a horrible moment. Yeah.
Well, you said in the week that you felt safe in your position. Do you feel safe this season? I've never said I feel safe. Do you feel safe this season? I've never said that, I'm never going to say that I feel safe. It's I work for the club, with the club, as hard as I can, with the great stuff. Players are doing as well as they can, and any conversation between me and the club, of course, that's not for you and me, but that's for us.
Shocking from start to finish, Manchester United. Oh, actually, the manager's finishing talking is actually perfect timing. Hello? Okay, I'm coming. I'll be right back, guys. Just quickly getting something outside. But no, United were shocking. Watford were absolutely superb. And I will read you out the stats as soon as I get back. Sorted. Okay. Right. Let's have a look at the stats then. What's happened to my TV screen now?
Watford were awful here.
Here we go.
Against Liverpool. They've been absolutely brilliant today. Manchester United have been shocking.
I mean, that sums it all up. They've been shocking. Right.
No, that is the word we've taken. It's hard for me to explain why we played the way we did and we allowed.
So 39% possession to 61, 20 attempts to 9,
How are you feeling?
7 on target to 3, 8 corners to 3, 2.56 expected goals to 1.93. Louser, Dennis, McTominay, and Maguire all get booked, with Maguire obviously being sent off as well.
Any conversation between me and the club, of course, that's not for you and me, but that's good.
Saw a tweet this afternoon that said watching United's like watching casualty. You know, bad things are going to happen, but you just don't know when they're going to happen. There were plenty of bad things today, and yet that shouldn't stop Watford being praised.
Absolutely should get praised for Mario Ranieri said. Doesn't care if they win, lose, or draw. He wants to start to see philosophy. And philosophy, if it is pressing and getting people into the opposing half and putting pressure on a team like Man United who are lacking confidence, then they're fantastic today because that's exactly what they did. And they've done it well. You know, Bruno Fernandes had a poor game. That was his contribution to the penalty.
He did have a very poor game.
They missed the penalty, but should have scored. It could have been 1-0.
I'm not going to lie, I think that's the worst I've ever seen Bruno Fernandes play in a Man United shirt.
He should have done better. He should have at least hit the target. What we're seeing here, we can talk about the structure. Look at Marcus Rashford's effort there. I think that he's got to head this out for a corner, deal with that. And once this comes back down, you know, again, Watford have got players in the box. I don't think they're closing down enough. And then bam, you know, King gets his just reward by being in the box. Bruno Fernandes pointing, someone should be going to him. No one goes to him. And then once it comes out here, again, there's no real energy. This is what I'm saying. We can talk about structure, we can talk about tactics, but you want players trying to get into a situation where they can help. Matic does it, it's too late. And then once this goes into Luke Shaw, he has to come out. Look at Harry Maguire. He's got to realise that that's where the danger is. He doesn't. Sarr finishes it brilliantly. Again, now, this is the kind of game you have.
Just an awful performance from United from start to finish. I have no words to say, really.
Tom Cleverley was brilliant today.
2 yellows in 7 minutes.
Yeah. Tom Cleverley, like I say, brilliant today. Andy Marshall, poor touch. nice back heel. But then once this ball comes through to him here, I'm looking at Lindelof, and he's more worried about giving away a penalty than actually getting in a challenge, stopping it. Look at this from Matic. This isn't nothing to do with coaching. This is just a player that should be just heading that ball. Doesn't head it, bounces. Once he gets in here, you know, it's a good finish. You've got to give him that.
Look at Watford have been absolutely incredible that whole match.
All sorts of rumours swirling around tonight. Emergency board meetings, discussions on Solskjaer's future. If you look at the end of the game here, and Solskjaer going to the Manchester United fans, holding up his hands in terms of an apology. Yeah. Bruno Fernandes then stands behind him and basically says to the fans who are giving him a mixed reaction, "This is on us."
Oh my God.
So for us now, don't focus on Solskjaer, focus on the players. David De Gea, in our interview there, went, "We don't know how to defend, but we don't know what to do with the ball."
Well, that's pretty embarrassing, I think, from Bruno Fernandes.
It is.
They've got the chance to save the manager's back in the performance they put in. So for him to say, don't blame the manager, blame all the players, absolutely they should do the players, because it's quite clear from their attitude, from their performance, the players don't want the manager. They've stopped running for the manager. They've lost respect for the manager. And when you have a player coming out saying they didn't know what to do with the ball, well, that does lie at the manager's feet, because that's no plan, no tactics. But the players can go out, the players can run around, they can have effort, they can have attitude, and they had none of that. So that tells you what to think of the manager.
I mean, there are several things there. If you're on hundreds of thousands of pounds a week, should you have respect for yourself and respect for the fans, whatever you think of the manager?
Yeah, absolutely. But that's not the first time we've seen players stop running for managers, and it won't be the last time. That is football, unfortunately.
You know something as well, Chappers, we've seen this coming a long time. I think Carl Anker in September said exactly what's happening with them. No shape in the build-up, no tactics. He said that and got absolutely slaughtered for it. And everything what he said then is still happening now.
I say it's from a Watford point of view, they should be the story, because their performance.
I know, agreed.
About Man United, no game plan, no tactics. That was exactly the opposite for Watford. They knew what their game plan was. It worked to perfection. They won every tackle. They were first to every loose ball from the start to finish. And
they were
knew exactly what they were doing.
They were, and United were absolutely shocking.
Could have been 6 or 7. What a platform for Claudio Ranieri as they go forward. Leicester face the team.
Right, here we go.
Last season's FA Cup final.
Chelsea.
Arrived at the King Power, 3 points clear at the top.
I really enjoyed this match. Really enjoyed this match.
A gap of 11 places in the table shows that
Leicester, Schmeichel, Amati, Evans, Soyuncu, Albrighton, Castagna, Ndidi, Samare, Lookman, Barnes, Vardy. Chelsea, Mendy, Chalobah, Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Reece James, Chilwell, Kante, Jorginho, Mount, Hudson-Odoi, Havertz. Jorginho, Chalobah. This was just an exceptional performance.
Cup success on penalties against Brighton. Jorginho. Challenged by Ndidi. He takes the resulting free kick quickly.
Here's Chilwell against his former club, and he hits the bar, much to the Leicester fans' delight.
First big chance goes to Chelsea.
I'm going to have to stop again. Sorry, I need a drink. Apologies, everyone. Right.
Former Foxes fullback, who's been booed with his every touch of the ball so far.
Ridiculous.
Chilwell's been in when flying
What's
forward.
Chilwell done
He
to
would
the
back
Leicester fans
himself.
now?
We
Nothing.
might
So they have
expect him
no
to score.
right to boo him.
Chalobah in too keenly. Free kick for Leicester City. It's taken plenty of time to decide what
Johnny
to do with
Evans
this.
taking the ball, free kick there for Leicester. Back to Schmeichel. Oh yeah, didn't.
Bit of a waste, and it might be a problem for Evans here. It's a complete waste.
Schmeichel made a howler, I remember, in this match.
And instead they're on the defensive again.
Jorginho, Kante,
Kante
another one against his former club.
behind for a Chelsea corner. Chelsea have scored the most headed goals in the Premier League this season. Leicester have conceded the most, and there's another one.
1-0.
There is another one.
Header from Antonio Rudiger. Oh, they didn't show Rudiger's clearance at the start of the match. Antonio Rudiger scores his 4th goal in this fixture.
Claiming an assist from the corner. The 5th goal.
I thought Chilwell was magnificent from start to finish this match.
In the Premier League this campaign. And the 5th header that Leicester City have conceded. Leicester City 0, Chelsea 1.
Jorginho. Here's Kante, and Schmeichel saves it. Solanke blocks his Havertz's shot. Then there's Jorginho. Now Reece James. Chelsea corner.
Every time Chelsea get it inside the Leicester half, Leicester look as though they're going to be vulnerable. Lookman, very sharp taken turn.
Here's Vardy. Taking on Thiago Silva. Oh, this is the offside goal. Albrighton. 1-1. And it was offside.
Equaliser for Leicester, but hope restored. They can get around the back of Chelsea's back line. Chalobah. Nicely played by
Reece James. Kante. Hudson-Odoi is on his left, hanging back. That was a brilliant shot from Kante. Reece James has been directly involved in 8 goals in 8 league games. What does that tell you? Right now, best right back in the league.
Super stuff from Reece James there. Kante immediately assessed that he had plenty of space to move into. What a finish. Chelsea are doing plenty right this afternoon. Leicester City 0, Chelsea 2. Something's not working for Leicester City.
Indeedy.
Something Brendan Rodgers will have to rectify. And if it isn't working at 100%, then the mood that this Chelsea team is in, the way they're performing.
Schmeichel gave the ball away there.
It's even a miss at the end as he takes the ball back into his gloves. Leicester have been let off there. Should have been 3 down. Brendan Rodgers has some serious sorting out to do here.
Really poor from Leicester. Really poor.
Blown away before the break. As is so often the case at 2-0.
Maddison and Iheanacho come on for Barnes and Lookman.
Suddenly Chelsea might be in the game with Hudson-Odoi.
There's Hudson-Odoi.
Hudson-Odoi. Chilwell's shot.
Chilwell's shot is saved by former teammate of Ben Chilwell's, Kasper Schmeichel.
That's a really smart save by Kasper Schmeichel, flinging himself down quickly. James. Rudiger. Hudson-Odoi.
Hudson-Odoi again.
Hudson-Odoi cuts in. And he wasn't far
That
away
was
from
close,
making
wasn't it?
A flash over Kasper Schmeichel's crossbar. By a whisker. Soyuncu.
Havertz and Mount are off. Pulisic and Ziyech are on.
Stania finds Sumare.
Here's Samare, Ndidi,
Iheanacho.
and Iheanacho loses it.
Plastic. What a great save by Mendy.
That's a brilliant save by the best goalkeeper in the Premier League right now. But that was an amazing shot there by Amati.
That's a great stop. Iheanacho.
Iheanacho, Maddison.
Maddison.
Maddison whips it into Vardy, and it's over.
Wasn't quite the perfect angle for him to lean back. As a result, puts the ball over. Much, much better from Leicester City.
Chalobah,
Through the hole.
Ziyech. Oh, this is the third goal, isn't it? Sets it up. Pulisic, 3-0. Captain America is back.
That'll do it. No way back for Leicester now, despite all their second half efforts. Pulisic has sparkled since coming on. And it was both substitutes combining to put this game out of the home team's reach here. Excellent work from Ziyech. Slided in with taste of Pulisic. But his first touch was true.
It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant performance from start to finish.
His team are now Leicester City 0.
Full time, Leicester 0, Chelsea 3, and a furious Schmeichel.
Scale of 1 to 10, how pleased are you with that performance today?
7.5. I'll never give a 10 for sure. No, it was a good performance and an excellent result. We started very strong. Our first half was a very strong performance. We could have been more clinical, more precise, a bit less hectic in the last third to create even more chances or to convert the chances better.
You've got to work so hard against the top sides, but then when you get the ball, you've got to be technically better than we were today. Otherwise, you're just chasing the ball. We showed the threat, a couple of times when we did get in, but other than that,
Right, I'm just gonna. Oh, voice crack. Just want to see the stats again after hearing Tuchel's interview.
7.5. I'll never give a 10 for sure. No, it was a good performance and an excellent result. We started very strong. Our first half was a very strong performance.
38% possession, 62. 4 attempts to 16. 3 on target to 7. 3 corners to 5. 0.45 expected goals to 2.07. I think that's what it said.
work so hard.
Yeah, 2.07.
In the last third, to create even more chances or to convert the chances better.
You've got to work so hard against the top sides.
Evans, Schmeichel, Amati and Mendy all got booked. I remember Mendy got booked, I remember, for it was time wasting, yeah.
N'Golo, I know you always like going back to Leicester. You must be very pleased with today's game.
Yeah, it's always special to play against Leicester.
My boy. Hopefully the Ballon d'Or winner.
After the international break, to come back with a win. We start the game very well, and I'm happy to play and to score against Leicester in this occasion, but I'm happy with the performance of the team.
Wow, if he's only giving that 7.5, I'm glad he never marked any of my schoolwork.
More like 9.5.
Yeah, you're easily pleased though, aren't you?
Fantastic.
Chelsea's win backs, not for the first time, brilliant this season. How are they doing it?
They're doing it because they've got 3 very, very good centre-halves they can rely on, and also they've got 2 midfielders in Jorginho and Kante. Rude. Because we know what's behind us, the protection behind us, and they got forward so often today. Some of the times, actually, the both of them, Chilwell and James, were playing in midfield. There's the forward ball, but just if you have a look at the back, there's the 3 centre-halves. And what you see with Jorginho and Kante is Kante, most of the time, a lot of the time, is actually 10 yards further forward than Jorginho, just in case he wants to do that, but also just in case is that he can go and win the ball. He's the one that goes and presses again. There's those 2 wing backs. There's Kante again. I mean, some of the play from Chelsea today I thought was absolutely superb, particularly in the final third. Weren't asked to do an awful lot defensively. But as I said, that's the
For me, man of the match was Chilwell.
Those two players. There's that shape and there's that system again. Superb ball over the top. But there's the two wing backs coming into play. Chilwell getting up there as well, and really unlucky he doesn't see that in the back of the net. But there's the protection that they've got that allows those two to get forward.
But the thing as well, the pace of those two, Chalobah was brilliant today. Rudiger had an unbelievable game today. Loftus-Cheek came on, kind of done the same things as Jorginho was doing, and Kante, you could see them there just making it really comfortable. We're talking about Chelsea side, you know, Kante talking about the international break. It's not affecting them in the slightest. We're talking about a team that have got a load of players playing a very high caliber.
Touches in the opposition box, attacking fullbacks. Reece James is second the whole game on 4. Ben Chilwell's 4th on 3. Only Ziyech is ahead of Chilwell, and then Hudson-Odoi's in front.
I mean, there's no one better in the world at him than doing that. And if they lose the ball, he'll go and win it back.
Okay. Mikel Arteta was playing for Arsenal. The last time they were at Anfield, and that was back in 2012. His team were unbeaten.
Another game I watched, Liverpool-Arsenal.
Liverpool into the top 4. Steve Wilson was watching.
Liverpool's unbeaten run has ended. Arsenal's
Liverpool, Alisson,
should they win here today?
Trent, Tsimikas, Matip, Van Dijk, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Fabinho, Thiago, Salah, Jota, Mane. Arsenal, Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Tavares, White, Gabriel, Partey, Lokonga, Smith-Rowe, Saka, Lacazette, Aubameyang.
Liverpool against Arsenal, who in the whole of Premier League history have only lost by 4 goals or more on 10 occasions. 5 of those 10 occasions have been against Liverpool at Anfield. Gabriel. Partey.
I'm waiting for the Arteta-Klopp fight.
Straight in the middle, Tomiyasu with time to look up and pick one of that, and he has as well.
That was a great cross though by Tomiyasu to get into Saka, but it went straight to Chamberlain, the former Arsenal man. Trent. Thiago shot. Ramsdale dropped it, and then Mane couldn't finish it. But that was terrific defending then from Arsenal. That's the irony of Steve Wilson saying that. Quite quiet at the moment. And now watch. After the Tomiyasu Mane challenge. Watch Arteta now. Him and Klopp having a right fight.
Arteta is absolutely furious. He's being dragged away by Albert Stuyvenberg, his assistant. Klopp was raging. Arteta was giving it back. I suspect it's all about whether Tomiyasu was caught in the face here or not. And both of them have a yellow card. Well, here it is. Mane jumping here with Tomiyasu. We've seen worse challenges. Arteta's obviously complaining. Klopp then is incensed. Arteta reacts. Well, it just might have lit a spark, and to be honest, with 32 minutes played, the game
Arteta's friends with Pep. Of course he's fighting Klopp. To Tsimikas. Then White. And then Arsenal lose it. Here's Mane. To Tsimikas. Salah, and Ramsdale saves it again. See, Arsenal were brilliant in the first half, but the second half they completely faded away. In fact, they were brilliant until Mane scored the first goal for Liverpool, which I know is coming up.
Like a game of chess has ended, and a game of football has begun. John Matip.
He had a poor game, Aubameyang. Something's wrong with his form at the moment. He needs to get it back because he's had another poor game for Arsenal. Trent's delivery, Header by Mane. Ramsdale couldn't get to it. 1-0 Liverpool.
Another assist from Trent Alexander-Arnold and another goal from Sadio Mane. There's absolutely no question that the
Yeah, Arsenal were brilliant the whole game until that. Well, Arsenal were brilliant the whole first half. And in fact, the whole game until Mane scored.
A task made relatively straightforward by the quality of the ball, yet again from Alexander-Arnold.
In the second half, they were woeful. Aubameyang.
Really? Fabinho's done well, and now Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Lokonga's given it away to Fabinho, and now Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain could not score against his former club.
Oxlade-Chamberlain just off the mark. Oxlade-Chamberlain for Alexander-Arnold.
Trent, surrounded by Tavares, who wins it back for Arsenal, and then gives it away to Jota. 2-0. Gets it past Ramsdale. Diogo Jota has scored a career best 5 Premier League goals against Arsenal. Tavares, number 20 for Arsenal, gives it away to number 20 of Liverpool. And Jota puts Liverpool 2-0 up.
And all Jota had to do to fill it was tap the ball off his left boot to put Liverpool 2-0 up.
Maitland-Niles and Odegaard come on for Lokonga and Lacazette. Here's Salah. Gabriel's on his left. Jota again. This time Ramsdale saves.
It's a really, really good save by Ramsdale.
If it wasn't for Ramsdale, Liverpool probably would have... No, if it wasn't for Ramsdale, Arsenal would have probably lost more than 4-0. Jota, Mane, setting up Salah, 3. Easy as you like. Mo Salah's goal was Liverpool's 100th in the Premier League versus Arsenal. But no, like I said, as soon as Liverpool took the lead, they took command. Because before that, Arsenal were playing really well. But as soon as the second half started, they collapsed. But that just shows you the difference between Arsenal's side and Liverpool's side and how much better Liverpool's team are than Arsenal right now. Here's Tavares. Partey. What a save by Alisson. But yeah, it was a great effort by Thomas Partey though. But it's a good save by Alisson. Now, Jota and Oxlade-Chamberlain come off for Minamino and Henderson. And here is Mane. Salah. Alexander-Arnold. Minamino, 4-0. And all 4 of Liverpool's attack gets on the score sheet. Mane number 1, Jota number 2, Salah number 3, and Minamino to wrap it up for number 4. A commanding second half performance from Liverpool.
Scored his first ever Liverpool goal against Arsenal. Yet another assist for Alexander-Arnold.
Full-time Liverpool 4, Arsenal 0.
For Liverpool over Arsenal.
That first goal was very important. It was difficult to break them down. We had a couple of chances first half, but not that many. And then, of course, set piece. Very important in today's game.
63% possession to 37, 19 attempts to 5, 9 on target to 1, 6 corners to 1, 3.41 expected goals to 0.31. Mane, Fabinho. In fact, Mane and Fabinho are the only 2 players that got booked. Not one Arsenal player was booked during that match. Wow.
Yet another assist for Alexander-Arnold. And yet another 4-goal victory for Liverpool over Arsenal.
That first goal was very important. It was difficult to break them down. We had a couple of chances first half, but not that many. And then, of course, set piece. Very important in today's game. To break that deadlock and kind of open the game up a little bit more. You've always got that in the back of your mind that you need to capitalise and win games, especially when they're at Anfield.
and against big teams. So we came out here and we knew the job that we had in hand. And yeah, it was really important for us to bounce back from the performance last week at West Ham. And obviously the result as well. We needed 3 points today.
We threw the game away in 15 minutes, 20 minutes in the second half. We gave every ball away in our first phase of the build-up. Every time we regained the ball, we give it back. We didn't
Completely agree with Arteta
because we didn't have any security with the ball, and we just threw the game away.
I felt that when you and Mikel had your row, that the crowd immediately fed off that, and then the players fed off the crowd.
I heard them out the whole time. I was not the only one, so I maybe have to accept that it's kind of was that it was not a plan. The situation was just Sadio was in a completely clean heading challenge. Nobody touched the ball if I'm right, but for sure nobody makes a foul, and they get up and it, for me it's just a little bit too obvious. A hard foul in front of the bench, it's really difficult not to get up and shout and stuff like this. So in this situation, it was too obvious. There was nothing, but I still wanted something.
It's fine. He's trying to defend his side, and I try to defend my side, and that's it. Stay there.
Some goals today, for you, sure.
Some goals, I know.
What is it? 20 or
30 today, I think. 30 goals.
I think I will watch it tonight.
I said.
Careful, don't give away the other results. And if he's watching, then you better nail this.
Well, you know what? I thought Arsenal for 30 minutes did a really good job. They're quite in Anfield.
Yeah,
but then
right.
all of a sudden they had
Agreed.
that little fight, didn't they? And then Anfield was rocking again. And then that's when the game changed and it turned for Liverpool. But when we talk about tactics and a game plan, Liverpool, I thought, were brilliant at it today when they didn't have the ball. They defend very well. And what they do is they send Arsenal into the traffic, into where they want them to go. They're controlling that situation. Because of that, they send them inside, so the midfielders and the other forwards know exactly what they're doing. They send them in there because they want to win that ball. And this was a warning for Arsenal in that first half. They got away with it there. They get away with it here again. Look, they all know what they're doing, when to go and how to go. Not just in ones and twos, but in fours and fives, and then it's very, very difficult. Again, they got away with it. But the same thing again. I mean, Mikel Arteta mentioned it in his interview there. There was actually no way out for them because Liverpool were that dominant, and Arsenal kept on going and making the same mistakes time and time again, and they just got punished all the time. And this is just a fantastic finish there, so composed to stick that in the back of the net from Jota. But that's the same thing again. Look, they're all got their eyes on the ball, all know where they're going, and ready. Okay, one goes, no problem. They all go again. They win the ball, and then they're on the front foot. They're committing men forward, and again, they're unlucky. Chance after chance after chance. Again, they come back in the middle. One goes, and the other one goes again. And they're absolutely superb at it, on Liverpool. And it doesn't just happen that it work on the training ground, all the understanding of each other and how to win that ball back and play the game.
And that's how many times they've won the ball.
Exactly.
Of Arsenal, the most they've done this season. You were quite calm watching that. Arsenal defeat. I mean, it's all relative, but
yeah, because I think that we went into it thinking if you could get anything you could get off from coming off from such a good run of games at the moment would have been a good barometer to see where Arsenal are. Talking about the Liverpool side, it's arguably one of the best in the world. Aaron's just shown and they're very good at what they're doing. Arsenal are trying to play to their philosophy. It just didn't quite work out today, but I'm not too displeased with that.
Okay. Now, Eddie Howe missed his first game as Newcastle manager.
Right.
Positive for COVID. His team
Of course, Eddie Howe didn't manage his first game at Newcastle due to COVID. So, but the show goes on. Newcastle, Brentford. Right, Newcastle. Darlow, Cher, Lascelles, Clark, Murphy, Ritchie, Willock, Shelby, Joelinton, St Maximan, Callum Wilson. Brentford, Fernandez in for the injured David Raya, Roselev, Janssen, Pinnock, Canos, Henry, Norgard, Yanelt, Goddess, Mbomo, and Ivan Toney up front.
It's the first time these two sides have ever met in the top division. Brentford have only ever won here once. That was back in
Newcastle give the ball away, but then win it back. Here's Saint-Maximin.
Yes, Maximin. Murphy and space for Joe Linton. His footing betrayed him.
I swear Joe Linton just slipped then.
He won it back, and now he's in possession.
Here he is.
Crosses it back.
Callum Wilson.
Oh my goodness.
Should have been 1-0 Newcastle already.
Opening game of the new ownership against Spurs. And it was a similar goal, actually. This time it goes beyond the post.
Joe Linton.
Joe Linton learns to shoot. Might still. Wins a corner.
Locked. Locked by Ethan Pinnock. It's a corner to Newcastle. 1-0. Free header. And it's Jamal Lascelles. All 9 of Jamal Lascelles' Premier League goals have come via his head.
The in-swinging corner, that's all it was. And the captain provides his first goal since March. And an already boisterous atmosphere has just risen up a notch or two. Are you watching anyhow? I suspect the answer is most definitely yes. There'll be a hotel room
Tony
somewhere in
and Bomo.
Newcastle, and it's bouncing up and down,
Canos.
reverberating.
Still Sergi Canos. Now Ivan Toney. 1-1. Darlow should have saved that. Tony's equaliser came just 75 seconds after Newcastle's leading goal. Darlow should have saved that. Oh my God.
Is certainly a potential question that needs answering.
Newcastle lose it again. Oh, that was shocking. Here's Mbomo. Tony, 2-1. I was saying, if that counted, that was absolutely shocking defending from Newcastle.
When this ball comes in from Mbemo, is Tony offside? Goodness, that's tight.
Well, they didn't allow it.
Tony, Yanelt. Canos, good ball on Yanelt to bring him in. Canos. It's a dangerous ball.
2-1. What a finish. What a header for Rico Henry. Assisted by Sergi Canos.
Supposed to be taking Rico Henry is debatable. And from Canos' cross, Henry puts it into the back of the net. Having trailed early on, Brentford have silenced St James's Park. It's Newcastle 1, Brentford 2. It's still a possession for Newcastle in Brentford.
Shelby.
Saint-Maximin. It's lovely. Charge down.
Joe Linton. 2-2. What a finish by Joe Linton. Joe Linton scores for the first time in 12 Premier League games. That fella's delighted.
And this game just swings one way and then the other. And if this is Eddie Howe's Newcastle, it's going to be very, very watchable. Saint-Maximin inevitably involved. His shot reaching Joe Linton. His finish was terrific. It's his first of this campaign. The way he's playing, it will most definitely not be his last. Perfect.
That's surely a yellow card. That's a yellow card. And what? How is there not a booking for that?
He takes. Gets to it. It's not clear though. Goalkeeper comes, doesn't get it. It's off the line by Ivan Toney. It had to be him, didn't it?
Oh, that was amazing.
Well, he was there as well.
Ivan Toney, of all people, clearing a goal from Newcastle.
Toney was there on the line.
Onyeka comes on for Goddess. Here's Sergi Canos. Rico Henry.
Here's Henry. Oh, deflection takes it in.
3-2 Brentford. An own goal by Jamal Lascelles. So he scored a goal and an own goal this match. Crikey. Yeah, it does. Willock and Cher come off for Fraser and Longstaff. The ball goes straight to Carl Darlow. Here is Alan Saint-Maximin. Ryan Fraser, Saint-Maximin 3-3.
It's just not going to be done at St James's Park this season. He started it all off after Darlow had played it quickly out to him. But he kept on running. Ryan Fraser, who's not been on the field long, delivers a beautiful ball.
That was a brilliant ball by Ryan Fraser. 3-3, what game?
And for the third time this season, Alan Saint-Maximin is on target. And it is 3-3. Oh God.
Roselev comes off for good.
To work around two shoulders in the way.
Saint-Maximin.
Wilson's made a brilliant run just in front of him. Saint-Maximin keeps on going.
Joe Linton, is it 4? Is it 4? He gets brought down. Newcastle fans ask for a penalty, but it's not going to go that way. 3-3, what game?
Seventh goal.
After going behind twice, not to lose the game was also important. And we had Joe's chance right at the end that another game might have gone in, but really
52% possession to 48, 23 attempts to 10,
a lot
9 on target to 4, 8 corners to 2, 1.80 expected goals to 1.02. Wilson, Saint-Maximin, Goddess and Norgard all got on the book.
To pull the trigger, just lost his footing. To make a dramatic seventh goal.
After going behind twice, not to lose the game was also important. And we had Joe's chance right at the end that another game might have gone in, but really positive performance from the guys. We asked them to play with a lot more intensity. I think you can see the work that we've been doing on the training ground come out. We looked a lot more of an attacking threat, I felt, today.
I think it's a game that could have gone both ways today. Slightly biased. I think we had a bigger chance to win it, but I'm aware that they had a big transition in the end of the game that could have killed it off for them. But I think we were the team maybe that should have taken the 3 points.
Before the game, I was licking my lips for this fixture. So when they come along, it was up to me to do what I can do and what I do best to score goals. So it was a delight to get on the score sheet on a personal level, but it would have been much sweeter if we got that 3 points. But if you can't win, don't lose.
The manager's come in and the short notice, the short time he's had is implemented his philosophy really quickly, and I think the boys have adapted to it. Maybe being a little bit more brave, maybe a higher line, trying to get after teams more. And I think we definitely look to threat going forwards. Obviously, we need to look at why we conceded three goals like we did.
Happier? From a forward point of view, yeah, it was a lot better. More shots in this game than any other this season. But that creates its own problems. They want to play on the front foot. They want to get more bodies forward, and they certainly did that. And the chances that they create, which we'll have a look at here. This is from the forward point of view. I mean, they've got men in the box, which is fine. They've got plenty of options. Freeze it there. You've got 6 men in there. So from that point of view, yeah, very good. Saint-Maximin, who had a good game, was really unlucky. Similar thing again. Look, you've got men in the box. This time they do punish them with falling nicely for Joe Linton. But again, they've got options. But on the other side, with this defence, if you're going to have that many men forward and commit that many men, you leave this defence exposed. They will concede goals. So there was so many mistakes all over the place. Darlow there, it's a basic error. He had a really poor game. Looked really nervous. They lose the ball again, and that protection has gone. Another mistake from Lascelles. They're wide open. They get away with it on this occasion because he was offside. Richie's got to stop the cross first and foremost. He doesn't. The ball comes in, then Murphy hasn't got a clue that Rico Henry is in the behind him. So there's another 2 or 3 errors. So you are going to concede the goals. There's no doubt about it. On the front foot, this is what you get: Shelby attacking, which then, as I said, then Willicks in that half as well. He loses the ball. Then all of a sudden, as I said, the defence is wide open. One ball, they're in behind. Another error here from Darlow. What he's trying to do here, come with his feet. I'm not sure he should go and collect that with his hands and get rid of that problem. But 23 shots. So from a forward point of view, impressive. But defensively, they were hopeless again.
Okay, we have more live football on Sunday.
It's on its own. Oh, super!
It's the Women's League.
Also live rugby union. England's women play the USA Boots in 220. Connor Cody is on, isn't it? Connor Cody's on Match Today too. Speaking of Wolves, Raul Jimenez co-bred, streaming now on iPlayer. And if you missed the start of the show, it's available now on iPlayer. I'll link to support matches today. Probably wouldn't bother. Thanks for the support, Ian. Crystal Palace were on BT 6. They faced Burnley.
Right, 6 games to go. Burnley against Crystal Palace.
5 points from a possible 9 before the break. Didn't extricate
Burnley, Pope, Doughton,
Goten,
Taylor, Tarkowski,
Shaw
me.
goes again with the 11 that beat Brentford here and drew at Chelsea.
Westwood, Brownhill, McNeil, Goodmanson, Cornet and Wood. Crystal Palace, Guaita, Ward, Mitchell, Gay, Anderson, Koyate, Milivojevic, Gallagher, Ayu, Zaha, Benteke.
Palace was entirely dominating possession in the opening 7 minutes. Gallagher. Cornet to only half clear. And
1-0 Palace already.
Palace have been
Christian Benteke.
Christian Benteke has put the 1-0 in front. Well,
Wow. What a start for Palace.
And when the ball found its way to Christian Benteke, he steadied himself. He picked his spot and with the help of a deflection, sent it beyond the reach of Pope. Taylor. Going the long way round, but making good progress. And winning Burnley a corner.
Corner for Burnley. It's Westwood taking it.
Struggled in open play so far, Burnley. What can they do with a set piece delivered by Westwood? Into a great area. And Burnley has equalised.
Wow. It's just what a defender needs to be. Equalising the from a corner. Exactly what Ben Mee's done. Burnley level.
Burnley's captain simply would not be denied. And Burnley have equalised, having been second best so far. Burnley won, Crystal Palace won. Now it is Burnley looking to take control of the game. McNeil.
There's McNeil.
Goodmanson.
Oh, he was unlucky there, Goodmanson.
Forces a really good save out of Guaita. Opening up nicely all of a sudden. Ayu for Zaha.
Now Zaha.
Benteke.
I thought that went in for a second then.
Well, from one end to the other in the blink of an eye. That was a mishit shot from Wilfried Zaha, which very nearly turned into a pass. And Goodmanson coming up with something cute and clever to try and get the better of Guaita. Goal apiece. It's all been very entertaining so far as we reach the midway point of the first half. Free kick for the challenge on McNeil. in towards Tarkowski, who wins the header.
That is one of the slowest headering goals I've ever seen. But Chris Wood doesn't care. 2-1 Burnley.
A really well-worked set piece from the home side. And Burnley have completely transformed the game. It didn't even need power, just precision.
I was going to say, yeah, there was hardly any power in that at all. Gallagher, Benteke, or
Glorious opportunity. Seconds after falling behind to make it 2-2. Forward by Anderson. Gallagher.
here's Gallagher.
Touch. Away from Taylor. Benteke.
2-2, calm as you like.
All about the brilliance of Conor Gallagher to make it possible.
Christian Benteke has scored 10 Premier League goals in 2021. I think he's back to his best, in my opinion, compared to previous seasons. Good to see Benteke performing well again, but that was a brilliant assist by Gallagher. Zaha.
Willing runner at the Burnley defence, and Taylor in the challenge to put it behind for a corner. There hasn't been much time for stoppages in the first half, and inside the final 5 minutes of it, this is Palace's first corner kick to be delivered by Luka Milivojevic. He gets it back from Ayew.
Jordan Ayew.
By Ayew. Kiyate's in there, so too Benteke.
3-2.
By
Mark Gay.
his first Crystal Palace goal.
God, all these goals have been before half time.
To the other throughout, is once again swaying in favour of Crystal Palace, who led 1-0, trailed 2-1, and now lead 3-2. An extraordinary first half at Turf Moor. Westwood. Brownhill.
Here's Brownhill.
Tarkowski coming off a corner.
Oh, what a finish that is.
Oh, wow.
What a... Maxwell Cornet is the first Burnley player to score 5 goals in his first 6 Premier League starts. Yeah, he, for me, has been Burnley's best player so far this season. He's been absolutely phenomenal. And what a finish that is from Cornet. It's a volley as well. What a volley. Brought down.
And Simon Hooper has waved away, playing for a free kick. It was Anderson who got himself in a tangle with Wood. On the field, he has been given the benefit of the doubt. And he checked for a red card for a denial of a goal scoring opportunity.
It's a free kick, but it's not a booking.
And Simon Hooper's decision stands.
Elise says on for Jordan Ayew.
Corner kick. It's the match you simply cannot take your eyes off. Milivojevic.
It's Luka Milivojevic's corner.
Burnley head, which is why Brownhill is having to clear.
It's gone back to Milivojevic.
Oh, comes. Zaha.
Oh, he was close. Zaha could have won it for Palace.
Zaha caught it nicely enough. Just rose to the point with pace.
That was some strike, and then couldn't get to Pope's gloves. Hits the bar. Rodriguez and Vidra come on for Wood and Cornet. Schlupp and Edouard come on for Gallagher and Milivojevic. And here is Vidra. Could have been 4. That should have so easily been 4 for Vidra.
And 3-3 is how it finishes, but Burnley will consider it 2 points dropped, considering the quality of the chance right at the death.
So it was a very good performance, very thorough performance from us. Both teams going for it, to be fair. Changes both teams made, trying to put attackers on, trying to put strikers on.
40% possession, 60% possession, 15 attempts to 18, 9 on target to 8, 3 corners to 6, 1.39 expected goals to 1.95, Tarkowski, Westwood, Zaha, Benteke and Elise all got on the book.
Is how it finishes, but Burnley 2 points
Ow.
considering the quality of the chance right at the death.
So it was a very good performance, very thorough performance from both teams going for it, to be fair. Changed both teams, made, trying to put attackers on, trying to put strikes on to affect it, to win it. We so nearly did. Their keeper makes a brilliant save. As I say, it's a fantastic touch for a bit. Just kind of catches it, not quite clean enough, but their keeper makes a brilliant save. So we've got a group there who are definitely active with that performance, especially in the second half. So I'm pleased with that. Thank you for the entertainment. It was something to watch. How was it in the technical area?
A lot of stress, a lot of frustration, because at the end, with the save on Vicente, we could leave here with nothing. And that would be unfair for the team with the way we played. I think we created chances. And to come here and perform the way we did, I think it's good. But again, concede too many goals. And that's just showing that there's still some part of the game that we need to work on.
Joachim Anderson's challenge on Chris Wood, that was a major talking point. That's a fast minute. That's two hands around the centre forward. It's running on goal. That has to be dealt with. And it wasn't dealt with. I think they are trying to let some more physicality back into the game. Not dangerous stuff, not silly stuff, but just, tackles and challenges. And I'm all for it. But you can't let that happen. Not when your centre forward's going through a goal and their player puts two arms around it. And, I've seen it. So that one's a strange one to me. And I will be asking questions for sure.
We'll deal with that in just a moment. Patrick Vieira said there are things that Palace have to work on, and it's that, isn't it? Defending set pieces.
Yeah, it is Palace going away from us, going for goals. If you look at Ben Mee and Kouyaté that he's got him, lets him go, and that's too easy. It's too easy, and you can see that. Like you said, they've got things to work on. That's it. Look at Wood with Benteke. Benteke's just left him and just gone in the middle. Look where Wood is just on his own round back there. These are two goals that could have easily been avoided, because you go away from home and score a goal, you want to win that game, and they could have if they just marked a little bit tighter.
4 games unbeaten for Burnley. They'll feel though they should have got all 3 points. You would agree with Sean Dyche?
I agree absolutely with Sean Dyche. I mean, long ball over the top. Anderson and Wood 1v1. There's the assistant there. The referee, Simon Cooper's miles away. That is a foul all day. Sean Dyche said he's got 2 hands on him. He's clean through on board.
And the assistant can see it.
And the assistant can see it and is up with play.
It is a foul, 100%. It's not a penalty.
So we've seen it with Laporte this season. Saw it with Johnny Evans this season as well.
Give a foul, doesn't he?
Foul.
It's crazy.
Right, Stephen Gerrard took charge of Aston Villa for the first time after the sacking of Dean Smith.
Here we go, Gerrard's first game at Villa.
Although 5 of those were draws. Your commentator, Vicky Scott.
He graced the Premier League over 500 times.
Right, Villa, Martinez.
All-time great steps out.
Cash target concept Mings.
In his own words, he knows there is a demand.
Nakamba, McGinn, Jacob Ramsey, Wendia, Watkins, Danny Ings. Brighton, Steele, Webster, Duffy, Dunk, Lamptey, Cucurella, Moda, Basuma, Gross, Trossard and Lallana. Of course, Robert Sanchez is suspended for Brighton.
Where he wants it, instead, will send it in.
Cash.
Steele makes the save and duck away to safety for Brighton. Well, this is a big day for Steven Gerrard. It's a big day for Jason Steele as well. He's had to be so patient for this Premier League debut. He stood up well there. First big test for the Brighton goalkeeper. First big chance for his side. Remain goalless.
Lewis Dunk. Trossard. Brighton can't find a way through that Villa defence. Trossard's literally surrounded. Here's Cucurella though. Martinez saved the follow-up though.
Well, he's looking to score for the third Premier League game in a row. For the first time in his career, Leandro Trossard, Martinez stood tall.
2 minutes of added time.
2 minutes of added time in the first half. Here goes Moda. Trossard can't control. Lamptey coming in. Excellent.
Martinez blocks it, and then here's Pascal Gross.
Moda can't pull the trigger.
Brighton cannot find a way through this Villa defence.
Trossard's effort inadvertently taking it away from Lallana. Big outstretched hand from Emi Martinez. To that 0-0. Aston Villa have had more goalless draws than any other Premier League side in history, whilst no side have a higher percentage of their Premier League games finishing 0-0 than Brighton. Ready free kick for Aston Villa. Ramsey getting forward. Looking for the early breakthrough in this.
Mings.
Mings would have found it.
Watkins goes down though. Brighton stay in the game.
Stop that was. Towering from Mings. Strength from Seal.
Bailey, Young and El Ghazi on for Ings, Buendia and Jacob Ramsey. Cucurella and Lamptey come off for March and Mope.
Very important defensive work inside his own box. Here goes Young. Watkins. El Ghazi.
Still Ollie Watkins. 1-0. Oh, what a finish. Ollie Watkins has scored a team-high 17 goals since the start of last season. Oh, Gerrard's delighted. Good for him. Honestly, delighted for him. And Ollie Watkins gets Gerrard's first goal.
Because on too many occasions, the quality has been lacking going forward this afternoon, but not then. That is a simply beautiful effort from Ollie Watkins. Breaking the deadlock late on. And Aston Villa are up and running under Steven Gerrard.
McAllister comes on for Pascal Gross.
Shot from the whole team for an handball. Mings keeps it in.
Is McGinn.
By McGinn.
2-0. Oh, yes, it is. Thundered in by Tyrone Mings. And he ends a run of 40 Premier League games without scoring. What a finish by Mings. He thunders it in.
Jubilation as Steven Gerrard and Aston Villa. Oh, yeah, what a ball that is.
Could have been 3, but Jason Steele saves it.
Brighton hang on. What a finish to this match from Aston Villa.
2-0 Villa. What a win for Gerrard.
First interview as a manager on Match of the Day after your first win. How was that?
It was really good. It was what we dreamt of, if you like. Perfect start for us, but now we've got to go and prove we can back it up. Really pleased with the clean sheet. Everything we asked the players to do.
37% possession, 63. 9 attempts to 6. 5 on target to 2. 5 corners to 6. 0.68 expected goals, 0.51. Nakamba, Konza, Cash, Cucurella, Webster and McAllister all got on the book.
What a finish to this match from Aston Villa.
Stephen, your first interview as a manager on Match of the Day after your first win. How does that feel?
It was really good. It was what we dreamt of, if you like. Perfect start for us, but now we've got to go and prove we can back it up. Really pleased with the clean sheet. Everything we asked the players to do, we've done it. deserved it because how we finished the game. Once they scored, we probably got a little bit more frustrated because of the dominance of how we felt in the game. But and then the second goal was a bit disappointing. But overall, disappointing result. But performance-wise, up to 83, really good.
5 minutes to go. That goal. How did that feel?
Yeah, it's nice. I try and do that every time in training, to be honest. It's nice putting in the far corner. I just had my head down and thought, cutting in and shooting it. So luckily it went in, and it was a nice feeling to get my first goal from the whole end. There's no better sides in football. I don't know if you've got a match today, but you might have Wright, Shearer, Lineker. There's no better side in football when you see a top number 9 just open up like that and put a top class finish in. We've got talented players, really proud of them, but it's only a good start. We need to go back up now. A little bit awkward. You could score goals like that.
Well, I mean, I could give you my football expertise of goals that I've scored like that. I'll bow down to you two to talk about the Ollie Watkins goal.
Lineker would never score.
It could be the first goal line.
Pick it up.
It's a fantastic goal. The thing is, when he, in the first half, he was on that left side, and there was a couple of times where maybe got in positions where he could have maybe crossed it. He didn't quite do it. Maybe he weren't so confident on the left foot. But you don't want him coming back inside because, like he said, this is something that he might be practicing. But that, top draw stuff. He's only got one thing in his mind. The thing about it is, I don't think Duffy could actually do anything about it. He's in total control of that situation, and bam, fantastic.
Third goal of the season for him. Wow, what a strike that was! A fantastic strike to get into the position then to finish it off in the corner, and a brilliant start for Steven Gerrard. It was a tight game, nothing in it, clean sheet, 2 goals in the end. I think it's a really exciting appointment for Aston Villa.
No, I agree. We're excited to see what Stevie G brings to Villa.
To attract players there. I'm sure they're going to spend and invest and give him the best opportunity. And I think it's a really good appointment.
And Villa fans have looked at how Watkins and Ings can be brought in together. Talking to some people who watch Rangers a lot, they highlighted, Kemal Root came from out wide, and Morelos was then through the middle, and they think they could do. Gerrard could be able to do something.
When he's sort everybody Watkins, and know that what Danny Ings will do down that middle is that impact. You can draw on. Watkins can go beyond it, and he'll score goals. But I'm quite excited about Ramsey. Gerrard and Gary McAllister, what Ramsey's going to become. I'm really quite excited about that.
Good stuff here. It's deja vu for Dean Smith. This was the second game
Right.
in a row. He came up against Southampton.
Dean Smith's second game in a row against Southampton, this time as Norwich manager.
Norwich.
Dean Smith was out of work for just
Tim
8
Krul.
days. Yellow and green replaces claret and blue.
Aaron's
Now
Hanley,
instead of
Gibson,
hovering
Williams,
above the relegation zone, it
Gilmore,
is
Norman,
safety
McLean,
safety. In an attempt to get the
Rashika,
Canaries off to
Cantwell,
a flyer,
Pookie,
the new ball springs back for
Southampton,
Billy
McCarthy,
Gilmore and Todd Cantwell. Neither has featured since
Livramento,
mid-September.
Walker Peters, Bednarek,
But William
Salisu,
McClure made it 10 points out of
Romeo,
12
Ward-Prowse,
for
Diallo,
Southampton.
Elyounoussi,
Keller replaces Stuart
Adam Armstrong, Chet
Nathan
Adams.
Brennan misses out as his partner has gone into labour. Norwich having to do a bit of chasing at the moment. Salisu. Peters keeping the pitch wide by hugging that far
Oh, it's so cold.
Romeo. Adam Armstrong. Adams, it might drop for the Scottish international.
1-0. What a start for Southampton.
Superb finish.
And Shea Adams gives Southampton the perfect start. Shea Adams scored 5 goals in 6 games for club and country.
Scored for Southampton, and Dean Smith's start as Norwich's new head coach has got off to the worst possible start. Norwich couldn't get it clear. There's a possible offside there, but that player wasn't interfering with play. And what a clever finish that is from Shea Adams. Brilliant. Norwich 0, Southampton 1. If he had a nightmare last night, Dean Smith, it might have been something like that. The chant for the Southampton fans, you're getting sacked in the morning. Who says Humour is dead on the terrace?
They've just been sacked from Villa.
To run away from Rashid
Here's Carl Walker-Peters.
Got a foot in.
But referee says play on and Norwich take advantage.
Schitzer wants it back.
Max Aarons.
Pookie and Cantwell are in the middle.
There is Pookie in the box, as is Cantwell.
For Aarons to Cross.
Into Pookie's header.
Pookie with a goal.
And it's 1-1. Norwich equalised straight away.
They needed 3 minutes after going behind. Norwich are level. Rashica's challenge, regain possession, and then it's the combo between him and Max Aarons. Watch Pookie's movements in the middle as the cross comes in, gets away from Salisu, and he's able to beat Alex McCarthy at his near post. Pookie up to 4 for the campaign now. Hanley's lost it.
Oh, Hanley has lost it.
Players forward here. Adams through on goal.
Chadham saved by Krull.
When needed, Paul came up with the right answer. And Hadley's blushes are spared. And Adams knows that he should have scored from there. Didn't take anything away from the quality of that save, though.
Sargent's on for Cantwell.
Here's Rashica. Choosing to go it alone. Gilmore. And now Norman. Rashica.
Here's Rashica.
And it's
Straight to McCarthy.
Either side. And the Kosovoan might have been running off celebrating his first goal in English football.
Oh, God. Broja, Walcott and Lianco. Come on for who? El Yanusi. That was a massive substitution list.
And it's straight at McCarthy. Either side. And the Kosovoan might have been running off celebrating his first goal in English football.
Adams and Romeo. Oh, that was it.
Oh, Gilmore can release Pookie.
Here's Pookie.
He's got a lot to do from here and not an awful lot in the way of support at the moment. Might have to go alone. And does McCarthy with a save.
McCarthy saves it again.
Possibly McCarthy with a really good stop. It would have been sneaking in, I think, but for McCarthy's intervention. It's his cross. Bednarek had to stretch. Pookie was on his shoulder. Norwich have another corner. It was 1 in the first half, 4 for the home side in the second. Gibson.
It's a Norwich corner.
In the 6-yard box. And it comes towards Hanley, back post,
And it's 2-1. Grant Hanley has surely got the winner for Norwich.
Premier League goal in nearly 10 years. Might have given Norwich City 3 precious Premier League points. Could this be Norwich City's first Premier League win here at Carrow Road since February 2020? Hanley's last goal in the Premier League was a winner for Blackburn.
Delighted Delia Smith.
On Boxing Day 2011.
Gilmore and Rashica come off for Rupp and Tzolis.
Lovely delivery. Walcott's header, inches wide. That was the chance. Walcott in behind Hanley. Glancing header. Crawley's beaten, but it's the wrong side of the post. And it's a winning start for Dean Smith.
It is a winning start for Dean Smith. What a performance from Norwich. Especially that second half.
It's nice to be back in. I mean, it's been a short break, as short as anybody can have, I suppose, in the Premier League. But, you know, I weren't too happy with the first half performance. I must admit we were second best, and Southampton caused us big problems. And we
37% possession to 63, 8 attempts to 17, 4 on target to 5, 5 corners to 7, 0.44 expected goals to 1.02. Williams, Krull, Norman, Bednarek and Walker Peters all get booked.
The new man in charge of Norwich. Are they climbing out of the bottom 3 this season?
It's nice to be back in. I mean, it's been a short break, as short as anybody can have, I suppose, in the Premier League. But, you know, I weren't too happy with the first half performance. I must admit we were second best, and and Southampton caused us big problems, and we changed it a little bit second half, and I thought we engaged a lot higher up the pitch and looked a better team, and you know, it was a tale of two halves a little bit.
Ralph, you've lost that game, but for great chunks of it, you were by far the better team. Is it the second half performance that let you down?
No, it was dominance that didn't lead to a good result in the first half. What we had to have, and when you concede a goal like this, where for me it was a clear foul before when he's running past him and he kicks him. I mean, clear foul, but we can still defend it. If we didn't do it well, then everybody was maybe waiting for the whistle for the referee, but he didn't do it for what reason ever. Hard to understand why we lost this game, but you see, football is very often about emotions and about other things than only technically and footballing.
We don't often see the name Brad Hanley on the score sheet. How good does that feel?
No, obviously it's important. I think it's something the team in general we need to improve on. We look to enough in set plays. So it was nice, definitely nice to score.
3 games to go. Next is Wolves, West Ham.
It's about 3 points for us at this stage of the season.
So much talk with Dean Smith coming in about how he would use Billy Gilmore, because that was something that Daniel Parker didn't really quite work out.
Yeah, that's very true.
For what Billy Gilmore produced today in his first start in 7 games. And I remember the first time we saw it, like in an FA Cup game against Liverpool, he ran the game, and what he does is always wants the ball, he's always on the ball. And to me, when you look at him now, he looks a bit bigger, he looks a bit more stockier. But once he gets on the ball, he's got a lot of quality. You know, he's always looking quick, always looking to play, you know, getting himself, and then further up, they engage him further up in the pitch today, in the game at Martin Norwich, the way they were playing today, was something that you didn't see at all under Farker. But once he gets in there, this is what I'm talking about with his strength. And then he's gone, he's ready to go, he's taking them on, he's doing all this. And I was very surprised that he couldn't find a way to get a player like that in the team, because they need the goals. You know that Pookie, if he can get that kind of service, he can score goals, but he weren't playing. He couldn't get him in the side.
No, because the feeling was he was getting overrun a little bit the odd time that he was playing. Whereas you said if you play him a little bit further forward or have people around him to help him, he's not going to be overrun.
But Dean Smith's come in and seen it, recognised it straight away, and put him straight in there and he's done it.
Right, 4 straight wins, including last time out against Liverpool, had moved West Ham into the top 3 ahead of the trip to Wolves, and Mark Scott was at home.
David Moyes says West Ham aren't in
Wolves,
the
Jose Sarr,
no reason why they can't
Kilman, Cody, Seiss, Semedo, Aït-Nouri, Neves, Matinho, Pedence, Hwang, Jimenez, West Ham, Fabianski, Johnson, Cresswell, Zuma, Dawson, Rice, Souček, Fornals, Ben Rama, Bowen, Antonio. Ron Flowers.
Ron Flowers made 515 appearances for Wanderers and was, of course, a member of England's 1966 World Cup. West Ham did the double over Wolves last season, winning 3-2 here in April and 4-0 at home in September.
See the run Bowen did then.
Cresswell picks up the pieces.
Here's Cresswell. Tries to cross it into Bowen, and Bowen is wide.
Scored 3 goals against Wolves last season, Jarrod Bowen, including one here in April, and very nearly found the net at Molineux once again. And Moyes says if the season finished now, he'd be ecstatic and swinging champagne, but he thinks they can still get better, and there's more to come from his players. Here goes Hwang.
Is Hwang,
Anticipation.
who wins the ball for Wolves. Jimenez is in the box.
That'll be the first piece of action of the day for Andre Mariner in the VAR seat.
Saw Neves win the ball then. Hwang. Aït-Nouri is on his left. Here he is. Aït-Nouri's cross. Semedo. Blocked by Cresswell.
Absolutely insisted they should have been handball, but
Oh, the handball on Ben Johnson.
not much you can do
Nothing happens.
Here's Ruben Neves. Looking for Jimenez. Flag is taken.
Jimenez is literally on his own, and the flag is down 1-0.
He can't produce a
Oh, he
finish.
doesn't. Oh, fucking hell.
Well, there was no offside there. Goes down as a pretty decent chance by his standards. Didn't finish, a long way off finding the target. Wolves throwing into the game.
Huang.
Flag.
Matinho.
Coutinho.
Oh, that would have been a brilliant goal if that went in, but
Fabianski saw it all the way.
Fabianski saw it all the way.
Yes, really clean strike. It's Wolves who are finishing the first half stronger. Blasted forwards by Ruben Neves. Jimenez chasing.
Jimenez wins it off Zuma with a shoulder barge. Huang
Jimenez waits. Waited too long.
deflected off Zuma.
Got it again here though. Coutinho. Cadence.
Cadence. And Fabianski saves it.
Decent strike. The save you'd expect Fabianski to make. Here's Semedo. Still beautiful stuff. from
Still
Semedo.
Nelson Semedo. Now Pedence.
Gets the ball in line. Still Cadence for now. He might have a go at goal. Gets the corner.
Corner Wolves.
It'll be Coutinho to take.
Is Matinho's corner. Here's Neves.
Urged to shoot. That turned into a handy pass actually.
Matinho.
Cadence.
Pedence.
Cadence.
Another brilliant save by Fabianski.
The effort from Ruben Neves was awful, but it came the way of Coutinho, who fed Cadence. He dug out the shot ever so well, and Fabianski just about pulled into safety.
Semedo. Jimenez.
Jimenez finding Cadence.
Pedence. Is Pedence going to whip it in? 1-0 Jimenez. What a good finish by Raul Jimenez. 3 of Raul Jimenez's past 5 Premier League goals have come from outside the box.
Semedo here. Surging
He's
forward.
back.
Jimenez saw Cadence. Nice 1-2 between them, really. Beautifully swept in by the Mexican. It's an excellent finish. 3 for the season for him now. And the 1-0 lead for Wolverhampton Wanderers against West Ham. This side can see this out. It would be 3 straight home victories, something Wolves haven't managed in the top division.
Traore and Dendonka come on for Pedence and Huang. Vlasic and Yarmolenko come on for Ben Rama and Bowen. And it is a yellow for Declan Rice. For this challenge on Semedo, as Huang now makes way for Dendonka. Wolves free kick. Nori. And boy, they would have wrapped it up if they did that. Should have been 2-0 to Wolves.
Just missing a bit of a spark today.
Cresswell. Antonio.
Johnson poked it nicely. Oh, they were all arriving. And why didn't Vlasic get a touch?
No touch for Vlasic.
Really nice ball in. And Vlasic here. Well, it was just too far ahead of him.
I say to the players, don't pull for the table. I don't pull for the table when we start the season with 3 games, no goals and no points. So I will look for the table now. What I want is points because
Possession 53 to 47, 15 attempts to 9, 5 on target to 3, 7 corners to 3, 1.16 expected goals to 0.41. Neves gets booked, as does Rice.
Here. Well, it was just too far ahead of him.
I say to the players,
to put for the table. I don't put for the table when to start the season with 3 games, no goals and no points. So I will look for the table now. What I want is points because the winter is very hard, tough games, and what I want is points for us.
Today we just didn't quite come up to it. We were just not playing as well with the balls we have done recently. And I actually think there's been some games where we've been clinical in our finishing and make sure we've done that. But today it didn't feel that way. Today it felt as if it was going to need to be something special for us to score. So that was a disappointment.
Just quietly going about their business, Wolves, aren't they? They're a little bit under the radar, and yet they sit 6th in the Premier League. And today, Daniel Podence was instrumental.
Yeah, the manager Bruno Lage doing a really good job. Changed their style of play. I think they're certainly more attacking. It's only his second start of the season for Denson. For Wolves' third successive win at home, and he was a real bright spark, getting the shot away. Good save from the goalkeeper. Good balance here. Another good save from him. But at least Podence is getting his shot away, and he had a really good understanding with Jimenez. This was summed up perfectly. Give, go, but it's clever from Podence because he has a little look where he is from Jimenez, and that is such a clever finish, and that's what won them the game in the end.
That is a really, really good clever finish. Yeah, it was really good play from the both of them. One, to pick them up, but then two, the finish was exceptional. We'll look at the table very shortly. Let's just show you what the papers are saying at the moment. Speculation mounting for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah, Wolves were brilliant. They were much better than West Ham, I thought, in that game.
Several media outlets claiming that his departure is imminent. The Manchester Evening News are reporting that compensation is being discussed at the moment with Solskjaer, and that Darren Fletcher, who's currently the club's technical director, could take over on a temporary basis. There are other reports saying that Michael Carrick will assist Darren Fletcher in that role as well. As far as the table is concerned, the leaders Chelsea win 4 away games without conceding for the first time in 13 years. Liverpool have extended their unbeaten run at Anfield to 10 matches. You can see Wolves in 6. Meanwhile, Newcastle failed to win any of their opening 6 home games for the first time in their history. They sit rock bottom. Leicester have won just twice in 9 matches. Thanks to Ian and Alan. That's it from us, and it's also looking like that's it for Ollie as well. Good night.
Right. Two games to go. Right, 2 games to go.
We need a game like the ball in the fridge. Keep it there. Keep the ball and play. It's dropping for Kane, and you know the rest. He's trying to get it
delighted to have the Wolves captain Connor Cody with us tonight and alongside Jermaine Genius. On the way, Manchester City, Everton will also discuss Manchester United sacking of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. First though, Tottenham versus Leeds, Antonio Conte against Marcelo Bielsa, commentary from Simon Brothers.
Right, Spurs Leeds.
Antonio Conte's first Premier League home game as Tottenham's manager comes 19 days after his appointment. It's also a first managerial meeting with Marcelo Bielsa, even though the pair have over half a century of coaching experience between them. Tottenham are missing Christian Romero,
Lloris, Tanganga, Dyer, Davis, Emerson Royale, Reguilon, Højbjerg, Winks, Lucas Moura, Son and Kane. Leeds, Meslier, Llorente, Strauch, Cooper, Phillips, Forshaw, Daniel James, Click, Harrison, Dallas and Gelhardt. Calvin Phillips is at centre-back. That is something we don't usually see.
returns to the starting 11 after 2 matches on the bench. Let's take a deep breath to kick off together against racism. Leeds who enjoyed their first Premier League away win this season.
Dallas.
Last time they were on the road, it was 2-1 against Norwich City at Carrow Road at the end of last month.
Daniel James taking on Reguilon. Forshaw.
Pass away to the far side. It's falling just ahead of Gelhardt. Moran unable to run away with it.
Dallas' strike.
That was travelling at a federal rate of knots. Dallas caught it crisply and cleanly. It whistled just past the right-hand post of the Wolverines.
Son.
Here comes Son. Kane's up alongside him. Son away from your end.
Kane's on the left. Here is Kane and loses it.
First hit of an opportunity here for Spurs. Third run from Son and it just got away from Harry Kane. Just taken up his first by Calvin Phillips. It's now 250 minutes since Tottenham had a shot on target in the Premier League. Harrison has it.
Forshaw.
Out to Forshaw. It was a decent effort as well from Adam Forshaw.
Was a decent effort. Nearly went in.
He hasn't scored a goal since 2016.
Always just wide.
It's a bad effort at all. Many mild disappointment, one imagines, for Marcelo Bielsa and his team is that they don't have anything to show for their first half performance so far. Tangible in front of goal. Harrison's done
Here's
really well
Harrison.
here against Emerson.
1-0 Leeds. Tap in by Daniel James. Assisted by Jack Harrison.
Performance deserves. Daniel James with his first goal for Leeds since his move from Old Trafford.
This is first goal for Leeds as well.
Lovely play on the far side. There's no offside. Excellent play by Jack Harrison. Clear of Emerson Royale. Whipping it in. And James dipping in between 2 Tottenham defenders. Fires Leeds United ahead. Højbjerg feeds it into Lucas Moura. And there are boos around the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Again,
Half-time, Antonio
something
Conte
you love to
has
see.
plenty on his plate.
So I'd say as a fan, love to hear boos around that stadium. Lucas Moura. Kane. Not quite for the England captain.
Tottenham almost making the perfect start to the second half. Kane with a clear sighting of goal. Meslier able to
It does hit the woodwork.
enough to divert it against the upright.
Is Daniel James against Ben Davis. Reguilon wins it back.
James again.
But now Leeds win it back. Here's Daniel James again.
Still going James. Oh,
And Lloris puts it wide.
Both ends of the field inside the opening minute and a half of the second period. James just jabbing that one goalward. Surprisingly, he's highly animated in the technical area.
Emerson Royale. Lucas Moura.
Into Son on the turn. Oh, smacks against the bar.
Smashed against the bar by Son.
still lead, but only just. And Son, who scored against them home and away last season, so close to drawing his team level here by a deflection, was a fortuitous escape.
Lucas Moura is Kane. Son.
Keeps it away from Llorente. Wings. Support from Reguilon. In it comes. Lucas Moura's there. Melier comes.
1-1. In by Højbjerg.
With a little over half an hour remaining, Melier chasing back across his goal line. The shot from Højbjerg, agonisingly out of reach for the Leeds keeper.
Antonio Conte is absolutely delighted with that one. And now Firpo's on for Click for Leeds. Here's Dyer.
Sending it forward. It's a brilliant ball. Davis was almost in for 2-1. Spurs claiming there was a foul. Leeds get the ball away. And Davis, who hasn't scored for Spurs since last December, almost in.
Son.
Into double figures in terms of goals for the season now. That was their 10th.
Winks' free kick. Lucas Moura. Son. Lucas Moura.
Looking for the chance to shoot. Oh, challenged by Cooper.
Free kick.
Here comes a card.
Yellow card for Liam Cooper. The Leeds captain. Tanganga comes off Sanchez. And Eric Dyer is going to take this free kick. 2-1. Deflection and then rebound by Reguilon. Tottenham hit the front. It is 2-1 Tottenham.
Second half turnaround. Just what the manager will no doubt have demanded during the half-time break. Much more like it from Antonio Conte's team in this second period. Leeds United now have work to do, and Dan James goes about it and wins his team a corner. He'll be happier with the performance of his players since the break. Leeds looking to come up with an instant response here. Oh, and it just got away from Gelhardt. Back in by Forshaw. Gelhardt swings his leg. They're shouting for a handball.
But no, still 2-1 Tottenham.
Chasing after Andre Mariner, and it will be checked before the match continues. Just to make sure. Here it is. It strikes Kane on the arm, but his arm was not in an unnatural position. It was down next to his body.
Right, let's say that again. Let's see that again.
They're shouting for a handball. Half of the Leeds United team go chasing after Andre Mariner, and it will be checked before the match continues. Just to make sure. Here it is. It strikes Kane on the arm, but his arm was not in an unnatural position. It was down next to his body.
That's a penalty for me.
Conte whipping up the crowd, imploring them to show the sense of
Went right on his hand. If Reece James was a penalty, how was that not a penalty for Leeds? And there you go, Conte's first win in the Premier League for Spurs.
We struggled a lot and the tactical aspects, and also
I think physically because they brought high intensity for the first half to press us in every
43% possession to 57, 13 attempts to 18, 4 on target to 7, 4 corners to 8, 2.13 expected goals to 1.40. Emerson Royale's booked, as is Gelhardt, Forsaw, Cooper and Phillips.
Tottenham 2, Leeds 1. The first half, we struggled a lot and the tactical aspect. And also, I think physically because they brought high intensity for the first half to press us in every area of the pitch. In the second half, we are changing tactically and also the plan. And we brought the same intensity, maybe higher intensity than Leeds. And we created many chances to score. We scored 2 goals, and I think we deserved to win.
Primer tiempo jugamos mejor nosotros y el segundo jugaron mejor ellos. In the first half we played better, in the second half they did. El resultado me parece justo. I think the result was fair.
Calvin Phillips at the back. At times it looked a defensive masterclass. He didn't give Harry Kane an inch.
Kane es un delantero que retrocede.
He was a forward who likes to drop to pick up the ball. And the defenders having his best to take on that role to follow the forward when he drops.
Y lo hizo muy bien.
And he did it very well. The first half was bad for us. It's also that Leeds started really good. And on the half time, the gaffer told we have to come and man. We have to give it with everything. And we have a great mentality for win the match. And the first goal.
Reguilon has better English than Harry Kane.
I dream always when score goals. Sometimes I was really close, but today I can score for the team. I get 3 points, and I'm really happy.
The Elsa's interpreter kind of summed that up, really. In the first half, we played better. In the second half, they did.
That was it. Look, I think from a Tottenham point of view, the way that things have been going, obviously, new manager coming in, there's a lot of expectation around Antonio Conte. And that first half, I mean, he got through the pitch. But I think the most positive thing is the character. The character that Tottenham team showed. Because they'd have been hurt going in at half time. They came out, put in a top display, and obviously got the game won.
Talked many times about how Leeds like to go man to man, and they did that again very effectively in that first half. You particularly like the match with Llorente on song.
Yeah, for me, I thought that's Leeds all over. I think that's how Leeds want to play. That's how they want to do things. And I think for me, the way he does it and the way Llorente got ultra tight to Son, we all know how good Son is. Son's a world class player, and we know how big he is to Spurs. But I think even if you see it, look, they're not afraid to cross either. You cross centre half, Llorente will go all the way with him, and that's a real passage of how Leeds wants to play. You see again now, everybody going man for man, everybody going in to lock onto the players. They're not scared to leave that space. But it means that centre half got to be brave enough to go and jump in there. You see the Cal now, and by the way, I thought Cal was outstanding. I thought, especially first half, I thought he was brilliant with Kane up top. But I thought Llorente was a big part of it because of how aggressive he was with Son, and you see now, and he was always behind him. He was always close enough to him to get pressure. I think it was a huge part. This is a great clip. I think we mentioned it a few times, David Elby, where he steps in, his timing is lovely. And I think he steps to the attack with this as well. And it's a good chance to get a good cross into the box. It's good defending from Dyer. But listen, I think it's a big part of the game. But it always is. It always is a very positive side and a real good side to move the ball forward.
And you talk about in this final clip as well. There are a couple of things there that you imply. It's not necessarily natural for centre halves. One, crossing over each other to keep going with your man. And secondly, always stepping in rather than holding back or jockeying or whatever.
Well, that's obviously how they're coached on a daily basis. I think you see it all the time. I think you spoke loads of times on this programme. I think loads of people speak about it as well, about how they play and how they go man for man. And I think it's a real big part of how they play. And listen, they do it successfully. They get results from it. They get success from it. And it's how they're coached. And they must do it on a daily basis because, believe me, I've played against them a few times now. It's hard. It's really hard. But if I had me two outside centre halves crossing over, I think I'd be going out.
As far as Tottenham are concerned, the difference between first half and second half maybe wasn't tactical, but just a good old-fashioned half-time rollicking.
Yeah, look, there's no doubt. I think they played a little bit higher up the pitch, which is going to allow them to engage and stuff. But the reality was, this was about getting in there at half-time, having a few words with each other and saying, let's just liven up. Because they were miles off it in that first half. Leeds dominated everything with regards to kind of the running, the tackling, the second balls. And, I think you saw the interview there from Regular, a few harsh words that have been said. That's at the start of the second half. Within 5 seconds, Harry Kane's hit the post. Prior to that, they got booed off the pitch, as I mentioned earlier on. They came out a completely different team. All of a sudden, Son is now losing the Llorente. He's getting opportunities on goal. You've got runs forward. You've got opportunities. And this is actually the goal here. Llorente was really obsessed with Son today. It was a man-to-man job. But actually, in doing so, you see him looking for him there. If he just does the job that probably comes natural to him, which is sensing danger, which he senses too late, he probably stops that goal. The minute that goal goes into the back of the net, that was game one in Tottenham, because their mentality had changed. They believed in what they were doing. They had that kind of, I suppose, that real drive, to their game that got them the result. A little bit of luck at the end, but essentially, Connor, you spoke about having to go to Tottenham and deal with top players, and this was like that type of game, wasn't it? That 15-minute spell where Kane, Son, Mora, they're going to have an impact. Yeah, without a doubt. And I think a big part of both these big clubs and Tottenham are massive club of world-class players. And I think when you go there, you're going to, Leeds wouldn't want to start any better than that. It was fantastic how they started, but at some point in that game that Harry Kane's going to get something, Lucas Moura's going to get something, Son's going to get something. The world-class players, but you've got to try and, especially if it's speaking from my own personal point of view, try and weather that storm for 15, 20 minutes to keep yourself in it. If you've got to defend your own box, if you've got to defend as a flag, if you've got to mark in the box and get over people, I think you've got to try and do that. But it's so hard to stop when they've got the momentum and Harry Kane moving forward.
So when you're in that 15, 20 minutes, do you change what you're doing to try and adapt to it?
I think sometimes you've got to. You've got to stick to what you know, of course. I think you've got to stick to how you know how to.
Look at the difference between the expected goals for Tottenham in the first and second halves. That's bonkers.
So I think it's a big part of it. Look how these players have changed. It's always man for man and going, and they're really, really good.
And the final thing, Jermaine talks about words being said at half time. And look, I know the dynamics are different, and he's England captain, he's not Tottenham captain, but he's still an influence, obviously, in that Tottenham dressing room. Harry Kane is that type of player who, if something needs to be said, will say it at half time.
He's a presence. He's a real big presence, a world-class footballer, and I can speak on my own behalf when I've been away with England, and when he speaks, you listen. I think that's the biggest thing I can say about him, because, as I mentioned, he's just a presence in the dressing room. When he speaks, kind of you pick up a little bit and you listen to what he's trying to say. He's trying to help you. You're trying to learn from him as much as you can. And like I said, I think he speaks on it.
And it's not every player connected to Tottenham when they speak, you listen. On to Manchester City against an Everton side who take it.
Right, last game, Man City Everton. This is the other one I watched.
They've lost their last 8 meetings against Manchester City.
Ederson is City, by the way. Ederson, Walker, Cancelo, Stones, Laporte, Rodri, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Sterling, Foden, and youngster Cole Palmer. Everton, Pickford, Coleman, Dean, Keane, Godfrey, Alan, Delph, Damari Gray, Anthony Gordon, Townsend, and Richarlison. Cancelo. Sterling. Nearly 1-0. And already Damari Gray's been subbed off for Iwobi. Foden. Sterling. Header goes over. Here's Gundogan. Palmer.
Lovely ball. Silva.
Bernardo Silva.
Pickford did enough.
And then Gundogan's header.
Manchester City still can't find a way through. Terrific ball here. Cole Palmer. Question of offside. Gundogan fully looped that under the crossbar. As we come to a breakthrough.
Walker. Rodri. Palmer. Sterling.
Still alive with Sterling. And then held by Jordan Pickford. Palmer, who scored his first Manchester City goal in the Champions League against Bruges. Pickford into the save.
That's the problem Everton had all game. They kept giving the ball away. Here's Sterling. And then they disallowed it. Everton got their wish.
Shoulder there from Sterling. Two questions: was there a contact or was it in the area? That goes across there. He doesn't get the ball, but I would suggest that Stuart Atwell looks at this again, and that's exactly what Chris Kavanagh has recommended. I would not be surprised. Overturn. I can't see any contact there. Enough for Raheem Sterling to go down. Let's see if Stuart Atwell.
Yeah, I know, it's very true. I don't know why I said it yesterday. It was a penalty at the start.
No penalty. I think that is the right decision reached. And that's exactly what VAR is there for. He obviously won't share that view. Guardiola.
No.
Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Gundogan arriving.
Sterling, no. Yeah, what's this cross from Cancelo? Look at that. Amazing. Into Sterling.
Just 2 minutes before half time, and Raheem Sterling marks his 300th Premier League appearance with his 98th Premier League goal, and Manchester City have the lead. They persevered and they have their reward. What about this for a pass from João Cancelo?
That pass from Cancelo was absolutely unreal. Look at that. Look at the whippage on that. Onto Sterling's right foot. Past his England international teammate Pickford. Done. Bang. What's the second goal? The second goal, though. The second goal from Rodri was absolutely unreal. Here it is. Look at that. That was amazing from Rodri. Yeah. It was amazing from Rodri. Look at this. Rifles it in.
Manchester City to double their advantage. No wonder we enjoyed that moment. A collector's item from the Spaniard.
Mahrez comes on for Foden. Cancelo, Mahrez, wide. Ake comes on for Laporte, while Rondon comes on for Fabian Delph. Sterling, and Pickford does save it from Sterling this time. Cancelo. Gundogan. Palmer. Bernardo Silva tap in 3-0. Comfortable as you like.
3-0 Manchester City. 3 more points for Manchester City. And this victory has been very much a routine one. 4th goal of the season for him.
It has been a routine victory for Manchester City. Fully deserved, and it's another comfortable win over Everton at the Etihad.
His moment, it rebounded to Bernardo Silva, who was not going to miss. A very straightforward day at the office for the champions. Manchester City 3, Everton 0.
When one team doesn't want to play, it's difficult. And in that time, you have to continue with the idea, to do what you have to do, pass the ball, move the ball inside, outside, move right, left, right, left.
77% possession to 23, 17 attempts to 4, 7 on target to 2, 7 corners to 1, 2.35 expected goals to 0.26. Laporte gets a booking, careful, and Richarlison gets a booking, also careful.
Manchester City 3, Everton 0.
When one team doesn't want to play, it's difficult. And in that time, you have to continue with the idea, to do what you have to do, pass the ball, move the ball inside, outside, move right, left, right, left. And the right time to punish them. And when you lose the ball, don't let them run a counter-attack. Always in good position to do that. And today they did it perfectly.
When you can see the second earlier to the second half, it's a difficult game plan from there on.
Yeah, change a little bit because also the option that you have on the bench to change again against a team like Manchester City is not easy. So then it's more complicated. That okay, we have to manage, and then it's a pity because I think that the team was training well, and then it was mentally ready. But we have to concentrate now in the next game.
What about that second goal? Was it sweet from the moment you hit it?
These times when you hit them, it's gonna be something's gonna happen. So yeah, I don't have many chances to shoot, but in this situation, I was so clear to shoot, and fortunately, he was in the 50, and I was watching the screen to realize the goal I scored.
A couple of great goals in that game, which I'm sure will be part of goal of the month in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, no, I'm sure the Rodri strike will definitely be in goal of the month.
Just the different ways that City can attack you, and there are so many ways that they do that.
Yeah, look, they can pick you apart basically however they want. I mean, Connor's been kind of front and centre and felt it on the pitch, but we're going to get into kind of how they did it against Everton today and have the numerous ways they can do it. We've got John Stones on the board, and as he just drives into midfield, I've just paused it here because if you're Rafa Benitez here, you think, right, defensive units in a decent spot. I've got the middle of the pitch is flooded with players. So essentially, what he's saying is, you're not coming through here. This is where I don't want you coming through. He's got the bodies that's all protected. But what City are brilliant at is they always hold width. So now they're going to start asking you questions. I've got wide players, which gives players like John Stones, I can go here, I can go here. That's one option. Another problem they'll cause is we'll go, right, what are you going to do with him? Because Luka Dean's looking, going, hang on a minute, if he makes a run, I've got a problem, but I've got to keep an eye on this situation here. The biggest issue I think they felt today, which I want to get into Connor's kind of ear about, was the false nine situation. Because today it was Palmer and Gundogan that kind of played in this type of area all day long. And the problems that they caused Godfrey and Keane is what I want to know really. What are the issues you're dealing with when you're dealing with false nine? You see them so much. It's super bad. In that situation, I feel for them, because it's hugely bad, because I'll be honest with you, I thought Kyle was outstanding, by the way. Yeah. For an 18-year-old, I think he's 18-year-old, and I think the way he changed with Gundogan was incredible. The way they worked together, and it's hugely bad. Can you see now? Yeah, because as just kind of like went back slightly, there's a point where you just think, right, all of a sudden they've gone from marking nobody to hang on a minute, we're going into the box almost 2v2, and the actual reality of it is that Gundogan's made a really smart run just back of Godfrey. So it's Keane that's got to deal with Gundogan and Sterling. So it's just one of the ways that they'll pick you apart. Go to another one here, another clip. So as we run this on, we spoke about the Godfrey and Gundogan situation. this on, I started to feel that Godfrey's getting a bit frustrated here. And that's what almost happened because he's thinking, I need to get tight to him because he's dictating the play. I think he makes the right decision on this occasion. If you watch him, he just backs off. And he goes, no, I'm not going to have it. But in doing so, look at that lovely pocket of space that's opened up for Gundogan. And then that's that link now we're talking about with Palmer. And you've sent them wide to cause you a problem. Now we're going through you. Luka Dean completely switches off. It's a simple run from Bernardo Silva. And they play through you. And it's City at their best, but probably should have got their goal at the end of it. Now, this is the one here, I think, Connor, where when you're in that position, the frustration builds with City and what they can do to you. Because this is what happens when he makes the wrong decision. He decides, actually, I'm going inside. There he is. I'm going to highlight him for you. He's on Gundogan. He's going to have had enough. Is that what happens? They just play that much that you just start making some of the wrong decisions? Without a doubt, we say it's the wrong decision, but you know if he whips into Gundogan's feet, and Ben goes and intercepts. It's a brilliant piece of defending. And that's the decision making for Manchester City. I think it's how they play. That's how they want to do things. They want to drag you out, and I think we spoke about the spacing behind there, JJ, where the ball gets, that's a centre half thing, that pass. Well, the thing is, because I feel like Everton at this point have gone, well, let's engage, let's get a little bit higher up the pitch. But City are just, they know their intelligence, their footballing intelligence on the pitch when things are happening, of when to go in behind, when to go wide, when to go through the middle. This typifies it here, because Everton have got frustrated and gone, we're going to engage now, and City go, all right, come on then, you engage, we're going behind you this time. And it must just be infuriating as a player facing it.
Are there two things for Godfrey in a couple of those situations? Which one, if you haven't had that contact for ages, you kind of go looking for it so that you feel that you've done something.
Yeah, and I think more so with someone like Godfrey, who's a really, by the way, he's a top player, top defender, but he's a really aggressive player. I think he wants to be tight to people. He's big, he's strong, he's fast. And I think he wants to be tight to people. And I think it'll probably get to a point where it's like, well, I'm not marking anyone. Yeah. I'm not being marked anymore. And now all of a sudden, Gundogan's getting into these spaces where he's tearing and switching passes. I've got to get tight.
And you want to mark someone,
of course you do. As a centre back, you want to be aggressive. You want to have somebody, but then you've got the forces.
And then the other thing, you're playing at a really slow pace to emphasise the point.
This is happening at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, this is happening at 100 miles an hour. Yeah. Like Godfrey and Michael Keane and the rest of the others.
Without a doubt, and the decision making Manchester City is incredible. I think that's what puts them on that sort of level. The decision making. You mentioned the ball could easily pass the ball into Gundogan, and then Godfrey steps inside and Everton away again. But it's not the decision making, the time of the passing behind is fantastic. But, you know, even after all that, and that's dealing with individuals, you come together collectively as a team. Sometimes you're on the pitch, Connor's been in, you're like, get your shape. Everyone just get your shape. This is getting your shape here. So there's four at the back, four in the midfield, and you've got the two up top. This is them holding their shape. But when people talk about playing in between the lines, and you want to know what that is, that's playing in between the lines there. So you've got the City team playing in between the lines. When those lines become too wide and too big, this is like City dreamland. This is what they'll pick you apart. And their game now is, how do I get in behind the strikers? How do I get in behind that midfield? Ball into Palmer. The minute this ball goes into Palmer now, you're at their mercy. Because you've got an absolute speed merchant in Kyle Walker down that right-hand side.
Yeah.
It's just about timing. You're too high up the pitch. We're in behind. And Sterling should score. It was...
Yeah, I don't know how Sterling didn't score that.
How good we are and how many options we have to score against you at any given time. But dealing with it just must be a nightmare.
When you watch that and it's done like that, is that, from Manchester City, is that really complicated or really simple?
I'll be honest with you, I think it's complicated for us sat here, and I think it's really simple for them. That's what I really think, because it's just repetition. It's repetition. We can sit here every week and we can talk about Manchester City, and we'll talk about the width, we'll talk about the tens, we'll talk about the false lines, we'll talk about the interface and the movements, but it's just simple.
Which is why if you have someone like Palmer who's come through, like Foden's come through, they look comfortable as soon as they get in, and maybe why signings, and I'm not mentioning any names, just signings in particular will take time to bed in.
Yeah, and I think it's brilliant to see. I'll be honest with you, I think from people sat here now, I think when you see when Manchester City where they bought the players that they bought.
Start with Trevor Chalobah at us and Curtis Jones at Liverpool.
So refreshing to see him.
Manchester United. That's part one of the roundup, which will start with the clubs who've got their new managers.
So there we have it. That is all 10 games for you. So before I end this video, I am going to read out the table. So rock bottom of the league is Newcastle on 6 points. 19th is Norwich on 8. 18th is Burnley on 9. 17th is Leeds on 11. 16th, in fact, joint 15th on 13 points, and both have a goal difference of -4, are Watford and Aston Villa. Joint 15th, -4 goal difference, 13 points. 14th is Brentford on 13 points, -1 goal difference. 13th is Southampton, 14 points. 12th is Leicester, 15. 11th is Everton on 15. Now the top 10. 10th is Crystal Palace on 16. 9th is Brighton on 17. 8th is Manchester United on 17. 7th is Tottenham on 19. 6th is Wolves on 19. 5th is Arsenal on 20, and now the top 4. 4th is West Ham on 23. 3rd is Liverpool on 25. 2nd is Manchester City on 26. And at the top of the table, it's Chelsea on 29 points. And Chelsea are top of the league. Anyway, that is the end of the video. And yes, that's I'll be doing my predictions on either Thursday or Friday when they come out before the weekend. And yeah, that should do it. Okay, catch you in a bit. Cheerio.